This episode of We Like Shooting Double Tap is brought to you by Black Rhino Concealment, Rubber Dummies, Neo Mag, and Bowers Group.
Thank you, Jeremy.
He sounds so enthusiastic, you know?
He was super stoked. Welcome to We Like Shooting's Double Tap, episode 98, where we answer your questions, talk about new tech in the gun world, and touch base on gun industry news. Our panel tonight is everyone's favorite gun guys, minus Savage. We have the owner and proprietor of River's Edge Tactical and Range, Jeremy Posderick. He mad. We've got the machine gun Moses, Aaron Krieger. He got the beat us. We got that Nick Lynch guy, whoever that is, and I'm your guide through this ridiculous journey. My name's Sean Heron, and man, I am so glad that you are here, that you're listening, that you're spending this time with us. I'm super stoked. Nick, are you stoked?
So stoked.
I'm stoked. Anyway.
Hey, why is it that in the ad read it says this episode of We Like Shooting Double Tap? Mm-hmm. And then the next paragraph down is your intro, and it's welcome to We Like Shooting's Double Tap?
Yeah.
We Like Shooting 'S.
Yeah, I mean, we own it. What are you talking about? I see it's We Like Shooting.
Well, because I just watched you at it.
So actually,
I can even see the little cursor.
Aaron brought this up one other time, and I literally talked him into that it was correct, even though it's clearly incorrect.
Wait, which one?
And he gave up.
Yeah, it was more like you didn't talk me into it. I just gave up. It was like, I really don't want to fight about this.
All right, what is it? Is it We Like Shooting Double Tap, or is it We Like Shooting's Double Tap?
I always thought it was like We Like Shooting : Double Tap.
I always thought it was We Like Shooting's Double Tap.
In iTunes, it's WLS Double Tap.
But is it WLS apostrophe double tap?
No, just WLS space double tap.
So We Like Shooting
double tap
is the genome, and the phylum is double tap.
Jeremy, can we get you to weigh in on this?
I don't really give a
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Let's see. First up, we're going to talk about Black Rhino Concealment. Jeremy, tell me about the holster that you have on your side right now with your FN whatever.
The Black Rhino Concealment holster that I have for my FNX 45 Tactical with the TLR1 light on it.
Yeah, that's the one. And what you have a design on it or something, right?
Yeah, it's a Marine Corps logo. It's pretty sweet.
Because actually, I think most of the stuff that Black Rhino makes you has that Marine Corps logo Kydex on it, right?
3 out of 4, yeah.
That's pretty damn awesome. And look, Jeremy got that. He was like, hey, I got this light, and I want this carry system. And you've got the TCS, I'm sure. And with the TCS, it actually comes with the hardware that you can have it inside the waist belt or outside. Just depends on what you want. With a couple of screws, you can change it over to whatever you want. So they're not locking you into anything. I really like Black Rhino Concealment. I love the company. Gino, we love you, man. He makes a lot of the holsters. They've got other people, but Gino is our boy. Mm-hmm. And we would love it if you go check him out, blackrhinoconcealment.com. If you like them, cool. If you don't, also cool. Just go check them out. Go to their website. Use coupon code if you decide you like them. WLS Mofo. It saves you 10% off. Aaron, you want to tell us something awesome about Black Rhino Concealment?
I love them. I use them daily. Okay. I don't know. They have a cool logo. They're called Black Rhino Concealment, but their logo's a white rhino. Figure that shit out.
We don't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are they doing custom prints?
I don't actually know the answer to that anymore.
Yeah, because I do have my custom printed one with my picture on it.
I've got one that has 2 thumbs, and it's like, who knows TCCC, this guy.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it'd be really awesome if we could get Jeremy one that had the Marine Corps logo on it, but it was looked like it was drawn in crayon.
Holy you just blew my mind. And you know what happens?
Like in the style of No Step on Snack.
Yes.
Like I drew it with my left hand with a crayon.
And I would wear that like right now.
All right.
Awesome.
So to all of our graphic artists out there, we would actually love it if you would send us that so we could get a holster for Jeremy made.
Ooh, it could be a little Crayola crayon box holster.
No, because he'd eat it, and then he'd be like, this is tough.
Well, no, that would be the whole idea, is that he'd be able to carry his crayons around so that he could easily eat them.
But then we have Gino, like, Dremel a bite out of the top of the holster.
Ooh, there we go.
This is genius.
I like where this is going.
We should be millionaires. Instead, we literally have like $12.
We're dollar-naires.
Between us. Hey, guys. Guys, it's time for Would You Rather. It's where Aaron takes 2 things and asks us which one we'd rather have. Aaron, what 2 things have you chosen for us tonight?
All right. I chose this one because every single goddamn week, when we ask Jeremy which would he rather, his answer is always Springfield. So, this week, which one would you rather have? The XDS 3.3-inch single stack or the Springfield 911 9mm?
Oh, God. Jeremy, why don't you answer first?
XT9 5-inch.
That's not even on there.
I was
like, wait a second.
I was really hoping you'd say FNX 45.
You know what? I thought about it.
You should have. So the XDE 3.3-inch single stack 9mm.
XDS.
It's an XDE that you linked to.
Oh, then I'm. Did I?
Yeah.
Well, then it's the XDE. My bad.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is pretty tough for me because I don't want either one of them. I'll tell you, there was a time in my life where I loved the little, like the SIG 938 and 238, and I thought they were great. And pretty much the 911 is exactly those.
Yeah, I mean it's the Kimber micro carry. It's the 238 938. It's just in that realm. It's just Springfield throwing their hand into that, into that realm of existence.
Yeah, so I'm kind of out on both of them, but I guess if I had to pick one, I would pick the one that carries the most rounds, and that's going to be the XDE 3.3 single stack 9mm. It carries 8.
XDE or XDS?
Well, he typed XDS, but he linked to XDE, so I don't know.
If it's the XDE, I'll take the 911 any day. I hate the XDE so much.
I've never shot it.
If it's
Wait a minute.
XDS, then I would take that over the 911. So I'd say XDS 911 XDE.
Oh, wait a second. The XDE has a f***ing hammer?
Yeah, it's double action, single
Okay,
action.
I'll take the 911.
But yeah, the trigger's not good.
Which is also hammer fired, but closer to a 1911.
Yeah, but it's
normally
single action.
I love a hammer fired gun because the trigger's so much better than a striker fire. And the XDE, I was like, oh, this is not
good.
Not good at all.
Yeah. the only XDEs that I had come into the shop were carried by really old men, and every single one of them walked in and pointed it at me with their finger on the trigger.
Perfect.
Yeah. I have some new sights that I want put on my gun.
Well, what about this? The 911, I'm sorry, actually, the XDE is 542 MSRP, and the 911 is 659 MSRP. Does that sway anybody?
No.
The XDE looks a lot more ergonomical for your hand. Ergonomic, I guess. It looks like because don't get
me wrong. The XDE is comfortable to hold. The grip is comfortable. It's just like for a hammer fired traditional double action, the trigger should be better. Like a lot better. Like if that was like a 5-inch with a 16 round magazine or a 19 round magazine, like if they made like the XD or the XDM just with a hammer and a trigger, and they made it a good, I would buy that in a heartbeat because I love hammered guns.
I like to be hammered.
I do enjoy that as well. I'm not allowed to get drunk the whole month of April.
Why?
Lent.
Because in case I have to drive to the hospital.
Wait a minute. NRA is in April.
Meh.
Well, if the kid's not here.
Oh, thank God. I was like, I don't know that you can handle us if you're not drunk.
I know I can't.
What if we're in Nashville and the kid comes?
We're not in Nashville. We're going to Indianapolis.
Or Indianapolis.
Yes.
God,
If we're in Nashville and the kid comes, has gone way wrong.
Why do I keep saying Nashville? If we're in Indiana and the kid comes,
It's like, how are we even going to burn down an Airbnb?
I mean, it's only a 5-hour drive back. Well, if the kid's not out by NRA, I'm just not going to be there.
Oh, that's stupid. You should come
What
anyway.
if the kid's crowning?
And then
You still come?
if she starts going into labor,
obviously I'm going to come.
Okay.
if she starts going into labor while we're in Indiana, just tell her to hold it,
Yeah.
and you can
cross
drive
your
back.
legs, girl.
You said
Yeah.
it's only 5 hours.
Because what if Aaron's crowning?
Hold it in.
Right?
It's okay. I'm bored with this. So everyone picked the 911.
I
Yeah,
picked
sure.
the XDE. I picked the XDE.
Wait, why?
Because he's an old man that would walk into the shop and
Two
point it
World
at me
Wars.
with the finger on the trigger.
Comfort. I like the grip better. I like the way it looks better. I think it looks aesthetically, it looks better. And
I will say this: they do rack very nice. It's a very easy charge on the slide.
Also, isn't the 911 new this year or
last year maybe?
I think it was last year. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't like to get things the first year.
But the XDE was also new, I believe, last year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think they were both new.
It was
at
the year
SHOT.
before because I saw it and I wasn't at SHOT Show last year.
Wait, you weren't there last year?
2018, he wasn't.
It was NRA. It was NRA.
Oh, maybe
the
it
year
wasn't there.
before.
Hip hip hooray!
I don't know. I just know that they're both fairly recent.
I want to say it was Louisville NRA is when we first saw it.
That's like 3 years ago.
Or no, it was Nashville then Louisville, right?
No, it was Louisville, then Nashville.
No, Nashville was the first one I went to.
Okay, so Nashville, then Lovell.
Okay, then it was Louisville.
Lovell.
Or
I'm bored with this conversation.
It's about time.
where was it besides Nashville, Louisville, and
Unsure
Dallas?
about your relationship?
Sorry.
Why can't you use 40?
I can't stop it.
Get your questions answered on hashtag DearWLS. Visit WeLikeShooting.com/DearWLS to submit your questions.
All right.
Listen, I'm just impressed that you know this what cities there were, and I just know that I went to NRAA. You know, the NRAA.
Did you say
whatever.
NRAA?
I need to go to AA apparently.
Yes.
No, I know I went to these events. I just don't even remember what states they were in.
That's pretty great. I kind of feel the same way. Before we talk about anything else, let's talk about the Neomag. Nick, you've been carrying the Rask for a bit. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I like it quite a bit. It's a really nice, low-profile, easy way to carry a speed strip and have it be in the same place in your pocket no matter what. If you just throw the thing in your pocket, it's going to flop around in there and be pointing a different direction and whatever. This way you can set it up and have it set up in the direction you want it to be, in the pocket you want it to be, and it's always right there.
Yeah. So that's the Rask. The Neomags are also awesome. Allows you to carry a steel magazine in your pocket, situated exactly how you want it. It's just a pocket clip, basically. Put it in your pocket, and your mag sticks to it. Even Glock mags work because they've got steel on the inside of the polymer. Just really good stuff. And
But be careful with the Springfields.
Why is that?
The type of metal that Springfield uses for their magazines may or may not stick to a Neomag.
Oh, I've seen that, actually.
Not Neomag's fault. I just want people with Springfields to be aware.
Yeah. So all 11 of you, just pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're stainless mags, right?
Yeah. And it depends on the amount of, like, which batch they get. Some stick, some don't.
Interesting. But yeah, we definitely love Neomag. Greg's a great dude, and we'll see him at NRA. So go check him out, theneomag.com. Coupon code is WLS10, gets you 10% off all day, every day. Let's go ahead and get into these questions. Aaron, take the first one.
This one is from a gentleman named Matthew S. I recently saw a picture of Nick's J-frame on the Neomag's Instagram page. Who makes that carbon fiber holster? Thanks, guys. Love the show.
Yay. Nick?
I made that carbon fiber holster. But the company that I was working with that made that carbon fiber holster doesn't exist anymore. So Black Rhino Concealment can hook you up.
Like 90% of the holsters I get from them are literally like the what is it, Coyote?
Yeah.
Coyote
carbon
fiber, yeah.
Yeah, the carbon fiber stuff's pretty easy to find, so I don't know if it was specifically the carbon fiber that he's after or if he just liked the shape of the holster.
Yeah.
But either way, Black Rhino has the carbon fiber, and they do have J-frame holsters.
Good stuff. Nick, why don't you take the next question from Jameson N?
Okay, Jameson N says, coming up on my yearly carry ammo dump and change for my shield chamber to 9mm, and I'm thinking about switching it up. Should I stick to 115 grain critical defense, or do I need to go to a different or heavier load, or even maybe an all-copper bullet? I was just curious on what your thoughts were. I feel like I've watched so many gel and barrier tests on different ammo that it just becomes confusing to a point. It would be great to hear your trusted opinions. Thanks.
Man, that's tough. So there was like a really good debate in the We Like Shooting Patreon group about we were talking literally about weights of self-defense ammo, and because I was just like, I like 115 because it's less snappy and I can shoot it faster and more accurately. And then I was like, why carry that extra weight? And then I got corrected in a lot of areas, just about, how depth and penetration and how all those things change. So it's really tough. It's, there's pros and cons, I think, of all of it. It's really, I don't even know the answer. I still carry 115s and sometimes 124s because I just hate 147s. I don't like the recoil impulse personally. Jeremy, what do you think, man? 115s, 124s, 147s when we're talking about 9mm?
I think modern ammo yes, a 124 grain is going to punch deeper than a 115 grain. A 147 plus P plus is going to punch the deepest. And if you're not carrying that, you're wrong.
Well, and even then, it's maybe. It depends on which ammo it is. And Lucky Gunner has really good testing on all this.
I'm being facetious in saying that.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. If you're not carrying 147, 150 grain plus P plus, people get fanboyed out. They like what they like. Most of it's good. If you're buying a modern, high-quality defensive ammo that has been through more testing than you, I, or any YouTuber is going to do, chances are it's going to work the way it's supposed to when you need it.
Yeah.
And it's better than your thumb up your some guns, somebody's like 115 grains not going to cut it. Like, this all goes back to shot placement is more important than caliber. And that goes for weight of caliber. That goes for bullet design. That goes for everything. Shot placement. I don't give a yeah. Shouldn't carry ball ammo, expansion, wound channel, shoot through, da-da-da-da-da-da. But good quality hollow points, honestly, for most of it, it's a fucking wash, in my opinion.
Nick?
My go-to is Federal HST, the 147 grain, and 9mm, of course. If I can't find that, then I'll grab Critical Duty from Hornady. Those seem to be like the two of the best performing as far as like expansion and penetration go. TN Outdoors 9 is an excellent resource. He's on YouTube.
He just did that new video.
Yeah, he's got some great content. He took 2 years off. Mm-hmm. He had some health issues, but just here in the 5 days ago, he put out a new video, and so I guess he's back at it. Definitely go check out his videos. He's got some awesome stuff, and he does a really good job of showing penetration, expansion, weight, retained weight, all that good stuff.
What's the name of that website where they show all the bullets?
Lucky Gunner.
No.
Is it Lucky Gunner?
No.
Is it Unlucky Gunner?
No.
Is it Gunner Lucky?
God.
Is it Lucky Bowman?
Okay, the joke's over. We finished it.
No, I'm not done.
Okay, Nick's still going.
Is it Gunner Hansen?
Get the
Oh, it's they show actual slow-mo video of bullets hitting ballistics gel.
Oh, Lucky Gunner.
No.
God.
I think I know which one you're talking about. They're real grainy and right?
Yeah, well, it's slow motion video. Most of it's grainy and
Is it what is that, something mouse?
No, it's
not Tough Later Mouse.
It's like Barrett or...
Come on, live chat. You're letting us down. What is Jeremy trying to think of?
So I do think the critical defense is a little bit outdated. Even Hornady has moved on to the critical duty.
Yeah.
Brass Fetcher. That's the name of it.
Oh,
I've never heard of that before.
They've got some good stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot of videos showing different bullets hitting ballistics gel in slow motion.
How have I never heard of this before?
My
I don't know.
My opinion on this is put as many rounds on center mass as you can.
Careful. Center of exposed mass.
And I believe that will define any needs that you have, no matter what weight bullet you're using.
Yeah, I mean, FBI standards, they have specific with widths of clothing and different types of fabric and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of really good data out there. This brass fetcher looks pretty freaking awesome, and Lucky Gunner has some great data. And really, it's like buy a few kinds, figure out what you shoot the best, the fastest, and the most accurately. Defensively accurate.
And see what your gun functions with.
Yeah.
You can love federal HSTs all day long, but if your gun doesn't run it,
well, then you should get a new gun.
Well,
yeah, exactly. It's only going to suck for the rest of your life, which is the next 7 seconds. All right, cool. I think we've covered that. I'll take the next. All right, Jeremy, you take the next one.
I don't want to.
Aaron, you take the next one.
I took the first one, Sean. How many have you taken?
Luke T says, I know His Holiness Ryan Kleckner said that the Tikka T3 TAC A1 is just about the best for long-range shooting. I was considering this rifle because of his knowledge. However, I've been looking at the Bergara B14 HMR Pro as an alternative. The Bergara as the Pro Series action, Trigger Tech trigger, and a stainless steel barrel over the standard B14 HMR. The Bergara also takes AICS mags compared to the proprietary Seiko mags, and the Tikka would love your input. Thanks. P.S. Complacency over registration will be your downfall, Aaron, if you don't lose your feet beforehand.
All right, Luke, listen up, buddy. It's not complacency. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not a legislator. I write my legislators. I do what I can. Honestly, it's not complacency. It's just the way it is.
Okay, so not only does Aaron think that registration does not ultimately lead to confiscation, but he also thinks that we, as citizens of the United States, cannot make a difference, so why try?
Did I not say I try?
No, you just said
I
why
write
bother?
my congressman. I say that.
Remember the conversation we had last night where we were like, yeah, maybe we should just drop this because it's tiring.
But Aaron won't admit that he's... Never mind. Forget about it. Anyway.
Never say you're sorry.
I don't. No, I say I'm sorry all the time, just not to you, because I'm never sorry.
So I'm not going to admit I'm wrong to you. I can admit, Nick, listen, sometimes I'm wrong, man.
I know. I've noticed.
Okay.
Yeah, like every time you say registration.
I'm never wrong.
I'm always right, except for when I'm wrong.
Okay, listen. I've only shot one Bergara, and it was a guy in California, in Fresno, that came to my med class. His name was Josh, and it was awesome, and I loved it.
Was his name Josh Bergara?
No.
Oh.
It was Josh A.
Oh.
And it was sweet.
Not Josh B.
And let's see. The Tikka that I shot was Roden. I believe he had a Tikka. And it was also awesome. So, I don't know. Nick, do you have an opinion on this?
I actually am happy with, or would be happy with either of them. The AICS mag is definitely a bonus. However...
$100 a mag.
Well, I mean, no, you can get the Magpul ones now, which are like $25, $30, something like that.
I did not know that. That's good.
But the AICS is the standard. It's the most popular. I probably, unless he's looking at fairly, let's see, what stock does the TAC A1 have? It's a high probability, unless you're looking at ones that are just already set up and ready to go. You're going to end up changing the stock eventually anyway, and there are definitely stocks for the Tikka that'll take the Accuracy International mags anyway, and the Tikka has a little more support aftermarket than the Bergara.
And Roden did just say that the Magpul mags don't work on the Bravo chassis with the Tikka.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Odd. That's actually really odd. That's unfortunate.
So it was funny because Roden, who had the Tikka, shot the Bergara, and he's like, man, I love the Bergara. But everyone kind of loved them both. It's like, how do you figure out which is...
I like the Accuracy International mags. I love the... God, who highlighted it?
Aaron.
It's like a dark color that I can't read.
Yeah. Contrast.
I love the Trigger Tech triggers. Those are awesome. So having one of those from the factory is pretty cool. And it looks like the TAC A1 comes in a chassis already, so you probably wouldn't really be swapping stuff out. So looking at all that, I'd probably go with the Bergara.
Jeremy, you have an opinion on this?
Not really. They're both fine rifles.
Yeah. Aaron?
Oh, man. The Tikka has a 2-stage trigger. So, yeah, definitely the Bergara.
I could go either way. They're both fine rifles.
Yeah, we heard that about you.
I'm bi rifle.
Why curious?
You know how I know that I said something that's funny? Is that Jeremy, after a couple seconds, will laugh a little bit. Let's see. Jeremy, I want you to read the next one. It's for reasons.
Joe C. says, "Hey guys, this question is for everyone, but please don't let Jeremy read it. The last question he read made me sound like drunk Sean at SHOT Show. Also, don't let Savage read it because then I'll sound like a commie and no one likes commies. Sorry, not sorry, Savage. If Aaron could read it, that would really make my day since he makes even the dumbest questions sound intelligent with his enthusiasm. Okay, I guess on with my question. I wanted to get some feedback on what type of defensive ammo you train with and trust for carrying. I carry a SIG P365 and 9mm and recently listened to an episode that covered training with your concealed carry pistol, stressing the importance of training with carry ammo to get the feel for recoil and ensure it cycles well without failures or issues. Is there a particular brand that you have grown to favor and trust when carrying? Sean, don't answer with a typical cop-out answer, the ammo that best suits you, or I'll have to get Gertrude involved. Thanks, Joe."
We just answered this.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Just honestly, the ammo that best suits you is the ammo you should have.
Cop out.
It's actually true. So I'll tell you what I carry. I carry Critical Duty, which apparently Nick just told me is outdated. And
No, critical defense. Critical duty's fine.
okay.
Critical duty's good.
I think I have Critical. I also carry that Liberty ammunition with super high velocity and pretty light.
But it's gimmicky.
It is.
Unless you're trying to blow up.
But honestly, the JCAA stuff, that's the stuff that I'm like, I trust their more than I trust all the other. I'm like, when it comes to my life on the line, I trust JCAA. So if I had to pick one and, not just tell you whatever works for you and your gun, I would say the JCAA stuff. And Nick, you said the HSTs?
I do. Those are my go-to. I would like to shoot more of the JCAA. Unfortunately, as far as their defensive stuff goes, I just haven't shot a lot of it. It's mostly been their range ammo, which is excellent. But yeah, that's something I've considered eventually swapping over to. For me, one of the biggest things too is that when I do buy defensive ammo, it's not like I'm planning ahead and like, okay, I'm going to order this and like find the best price. And it's like I'm leaving on a road trip tomorrow and I can't find the 2 mags that I had loaded up with defensive ammo. So I'm just going to drive over to the sporting goods store and buy whatever they have. So yeah, I have like a list of, like my top 5 or whatever. And kind of like Jeremy was saying, I mean, as long as it works in your gun and it's of good quality and it's modern, it's like a polymer framed double stacked 9mm. Like, as long as you're not buying a crappy one, they're all pretty much the same.
You know that SIG actually makes ammo for the 365.
They make ammo in general.
Yeah, they do, but they specifically make P365 ammo.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I have shot some of their...
Federal also makes HST for micro 9s as well.
Yeah, for short barrels. I have shot some of the SIG hollow points just because when they first came out, I went into a store and they had them on special for like $15 for 20 or something. And they seemed okay. And some of the tests I've seen on them have been acceptable, Yeah.
So
I'm very well known for carrying a Skittles load.
So honestly, like, I have a Skittles load in one of my mags that I carry daily, and it's not because I'm like, oh yeah, because just in case. I'm just like, okay, I threw a bunch of in a drawer, and it was all carry ammo, and it all got mixed up. And when I was loading my mag, I just literally put my hand in it, grabbed the carry ammo, and put it in. Now,
so would this be a case of when you shoot somebody, you just be like, taste the rainbow?
No, I'd be like, stop resisting.
Well, yeah. That's what I usually yell.
You have to use verbal
Really,
commands.
I just want to confuse the coroner when he pulls like 13 different styles of bullets out of a guy's body.
You'd be like, I think 7 men shot this guy.
Yeah. Well, this one was a 9mm Makarov. It's not even the right caliber.
Who put a feather in him?
Did I tell you about that guy?
No.
Oh, God. So this dude's got this old CZ pistol, right? And he's like, this damn thing won't cycle a goddamn round, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, what caliber is it? And he goes, 380. And I'm like, oh, let me see that thing. So he hands it to me, and I'm looking at it. And I'm like, and I look at the side of the gun, and it says 9mm M. I'm like, dude, your gun's not a 380. He's like, what? I'm like, it's a 9mm Makarov. And he's like, but they made that gun also in a 380. He did not have that version. He had a 9mm. I'm like, yeah, 9mm M Makarov. It's a 9x18, dude. And he's like, oh. I'm like, that would be why it's not cycling. Here's your gun back.
I bought a whatever the export version of the PA-63 is, like the PMK something, but it was chambered in 380. And I went into a shop. It was like $150, and I was looking at it. And some guy came up and asked if he could look at it, and I was like, sure. And then he starts telling his mom about how like it's the perfect gun for her, and she can shoot both 380 and 9mm Makarov, so it's awesome.
What?
And I was like, no, you can't. And he's like, yeah, my buddy has one. We do it all the time. I was like, 9mm Makarov is higher pressure, a bigger bullet diameter, a longer casing. Like, no, you can't. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. And he's like, check it out, Mom. And it's got like an 18-pound trigger pull, so she can't even pull the trigger. And she's like, I don't think it's right for me. And he's like, no, really, this is perfect for you. So the salesman comes walking over, and I was like, I'll take that when they're done looking at it. I want it because, it was cheap. But I just bought it out of spite and then sold it like a month later for what I paid for it.
Damn. Funny story about the 380 stuff marked as 9. So Cellier and Belot, whatever their name is.
Cellier and Below.
Cellier
S&B.
and Bellow. They actually mark a lot of their 380 as 9mm Browning, and I had a bunch of boxes of it. I don't even know where the they came from, and I grabbed them and because I was like 9, good to go. Put it in a gun. I was like, this it won't cycle because it's the same circumference, but yeah, it wouldn't even cycle the side. And I was like, what the? And I went and I looked at it. I was like, the is 9mm 380? Get the out of here.
You know what? Really, that Desert Eagle 357 when cycled 38. I was kind of disappointed.
I wouldn't cycle 357 either.
Right? Yeah, no, it's true. Plus P all the way.
Aaron, you've got the next question.
This is from Greg the Impaler.
Dun dun dun.
Gentlemen, what is a good general purpose gun cleaner?
No, read it the other way. It was way better.
Oh, gentlemen, what is a good general purpose gun cleaner that I can fill my parts washer with? Looking to not break the bank. Also, I'm interested in using harsh cleaner. I'm not interested in using harsh cleaners such as proper solvents, such as you might find in a mechanic shop. I'm looking to use Ed's Red. Do any of you have experience with this formula? Such as, Iraq. Remember that beauty contestant was like kept saying such as?
No.
Yes. Such as, and the Iraq.
And maps.
Yeah.
All right. So first off, Ed's Red is bore cleaner. Wait, what's he looking to do? Parts washer. Is that like a...
It's like a sonic
cleaner.
Wait, so are we talking sonic cleaner or are we talking like a parts washer?
Yeah,
like the red bin that has the little pump on it.
Yes.
So you can flush stuff.
I mean, I used to use kerosene.
Yeah, but he said he doesn't want harsh stuff. So like kerosene, acetone.
Is kerosene that harsh?
Denatured alcohol. I would consider it harsh compared to other products.
I mean, Simple Green.
Yeah.
If you're looking, there's this apricot facial scrub that has actual sand in it. That will work great.
Actually, I'm looking at. I had to look up Ed's Red, and it actually has acetone and kerosene in it. So I mean,
it's a bore cleaner.
Those are both fairly harsh.
He's like, I don't really want anything harsh, so I've looked into jet fuel.
Yeah. So I want pure alcohol.
JP10.
I've been using boric acid on everything.
Isn't there like an old thing that people always use to clean their that it was like dish soap?
Butter.
No, it was dish soap, like a couple drops of dish soap. And
It was like, Simple Green's floor cleaner, and I've seen people fill Sonic tanks up with that and use that.
Yeah, Simple Green's supposed to be great. I've heard the same thing in Sonic cleaners.
You got to be careful with Sonic cleaners what you put in it, because one time I put a 1911 slide in it, and I put in, I think it was brass cleaner or something. And anyway,
it takes the finish right off.
It was so up looking.
But
did it look cool?
No,
I did that one time with an old 22 rifle. I took the barrel to action off, and I could fit it in like at the big Hornady one, and so this whole like old Savage, it's like a barn gun. You know, it's just half the bluing's off of it anyways. So we threw in the sonic cleaner. I poured the brass cleaner in there instead of the gun cleaner. And, wasn't a lot of bluing left on it.
Nope.
So did you cold blew it or hot blew it after that?
It's a barn gun. Nobody cared.
Yeah, that was mine.
You Dura coated it.
No, I didn't do. I left it the way it is.
All right.
So let's break this down. Let's answer the question. So if it's a sonic cleaner, what would you recommend? If it's just a parts cleaner, what would you recommend?
I mean, Simple Green will work in both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I don't have a parts cleaner or a sonic cleaner, so I just usually use whatever cleaners I have supplied to me and just clean my gun that way.
Simple Green's cheap too.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's sold concentrated, so it would be easy to fill like a big parts cleaner with it.
I use Simple Green to clean oil out of a driveway.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works for everything.
What about that deliming stuff? You ever use that? DSL or DLR or whatever?
You've got DSLs.
I do, right here.
Gross. I literally almost just threw up. I'm okay. Anyway.
Diva sucking lips, right? What? No, maybe for you.
Wait, what is it? Is it LDS? Like
lime,
no,
iron, and
dish soap?
Somebody in the live chat, Drew, recommends Soylent Green.
Dude,
I don't think that'd clean guns very well.
Thank you, Ed McMahon. But yeah, I've used dish soap in my sonic cleaner.
I've used this. I put so I have oil here. What is this oil for vaping? I've used that to lube up my gun before when I didn't have any oils. It works.
Like the nicotine oil?
Yeah, it's oil based.
I've literally put transmission fluid in a gun before. That's not.
Did your gun like OD and start shaking? It's just way too much nicotine.
Heart palpitations.
It had to lay down and eat a spoonful of honey.
So one time I was driving and I filled this up and I got some on my hands and I was driving and then I rubbed my eye and then my eyes started watering so bad I had to pull over because I couldn't see.
And then you hit a crosswalk sign?
No, a small child.
Oh, well.
I had a coworker squirt some in his mouth.
Oh, God.
He was like, "I'll just skip the middleman."
That sounds pretty awful.
And then he had to go lay in his car for a while.
Man, I don't know. This is tough for some. I would say Simple Green. I would vote for that too. Anyone else have any conflicting?
Simple Green, dish soap,
Gojo,
something like that. I don't know if I'd use Gojo. I don't think you want like coarse. Yeah, you don't want like pumice.
She runs super fast.
What about that orange stuff?
Fast orange.
It's like it was like a Gojo alternative, but it was more natural.
I mean, that stuff all has like pumice or sand or.
Well, remember, I know Orange Go-Go or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
It was called when I was a kid, there was a product called Dissolve It, and it was the same stuff. Like if you had like gum in your hair, you could it was like oily and it smelled like oranges.
Yeah,
and you could like get the gum out of your hair with that.
See, I wish my mom had that. Because one time I fell asleep with gum in my mouth, and she had to cut my hair out of the
she
pillow.
Had to cut your head?
Cut my hair out of the pillow because it was all stuck in there.
Dang. Oh, you know what the real answer is? Poo Be Gone.
Poo Be Gone?
Is that spray?
You just spray it on and it disappears?
Goo Gone. Yeah. Goo Gone. Yeah, Gooby Gone.
Where does the go?
Thank you. Exactly. All right, enough of that. Next question. Jacob A., slide lock or slide release, and why?
Slide lock, excuse me.
Who wants to tackle it?
Nick, apparently.
Or more specifically, slide catch.
Yeah,
because a slide lock would keep the slide from functioning on like a or cycling on like on a suppressed pistol. Slide catch.
Let me qualify this. Is this the slide? Is this the slide catch using it with your thumb to drop the slide on a new mag, or is it racking the slide? Is that what this question is?
Yes. So like a slide release would be intended to be used to release the slide.
Yeah.
Where a slide lock, he says, but like a slide catch would be used just to lock it open.
So you go empty, your slide lock's back. Mm-hmm. Do you rack the slide or do you use the slide release?
No, I think he's like, to me, this question is, what do you call it? Do you call it a slide lock or do you call it a slide release?
That is what he's asking, but the difference is in how it functions or how it's used.
Right, but Sean was saying, Sean made it sound like, how do you
so I'm
rack the slide
Right? No, I think you guys are both right. He is asking both of those questions, but what you refer to it as directly is attached to how it is designed to be used. So in some guns,
slide release.
In some guns, it is intended to release the slide. You see it especially on like older guns, like typically on 1911s, it was designed and is referred to as a slide release because it was intended. They shot one-handed, and it was intended to manually drop the slide with your thumb. Whereas if you buy like a modern pistol, it'll typically be referred to as a slide catch because most of us practice the overhand method.
All right.
And I've seen issues with guns that weren't intended to be used as a slide release, but had been over a long period of time. And after a while, it wears out that notch on the slide and kind of rounds it out, and then the slide won't lock back at all. And you end up having to release both the catch and like file out or square back out that notch.
Okay, so let's break it. So the question is, your gun goes empty, the slot locks back, you do a quick and efficient reload while moving off the X. Mm-hmm. Do you rack the slide to get the gun back into battery and back into the fight, or do you use your thumb on the slide catch, lock, or release?
Okay, so that's not how I see the question. I see the question as this. Your gun locks back. The unit that you use to unlock it, is that called a slide lock or a slide release?
Nick just explained that for 20 minutes.
Right, but that's the question is, what do you call it? Do you call it a slide lock or do you call it a slide? What do you call it?
It depends on the gun and how it's designed.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm asking you a question. And no,
I just answered the question.
Do you change the terminology when you're using a different gun, or you just hit the slide release?
Yeah,
hit the slide release.
Okay. Does that? That's
what I say.
Does that seem like a silly question? And he's probably asking this other thing, or
I think he's asking all of that.
Okay.
He's asking because
I think you're reading too much into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letter word question.
I could be. Nick, answer this question.
I just did several times.
I think he's asking when your slide locks back, do you rack the slide or do you just drop it using the slide catch?
I just drop it. It's going to take so many times for that thing to wear the goddamn out. I don't give a
So you use your thumb?
Yeah.
So I always
9 times out of 10 I use my thumb.
I never use my thumb. I always just rack the slide because A, it's quick, it's efficient.
It's slower.
It's the exact same manual of arms no matter what gun. Like on some guns I have, like pushing that down, I can't do it with my thumb.
Because you have a small hand.
Then get an oversized one.
I mean, I have a couple of different guns. So like my SIG, it's back by the knuckle on my thumb. On my Glock, it's up by my thumb tip. Just throwing my hand up over the top of the slide. It works on all of them. And to more specifically answer Aaron's question, if we're out at the range,
Jacob.
No, the way you ask the question, if we're out at the range and I am trying to tell you hit that, I will call it a slide catch.
I call it a slide release, but that
if I'm like ordering parts for a customer's gun or repairing something, then it depends on what gun it is and how it's designed.
Okay, well, Jacob, I don't know. Tell us which question you were asking, and then we'll answer it because I'm so fucking bored right now.
I was kind of enjoying that one.
I guess.
And by the way, it's a slide release, Jacob.
You know why I always use my thumb? My hands are big enough that it's not an issue for me to reach the slide lock release on any gun damn near.
Jeremy's like, my thumb is 6'6", and it wears a leather jacket and has an SOT.
14-inch circumference.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you got baseball mitts for hands, it's right there, so it's not a problem. And to do the way you do it, especially if it's an reload, I can pop the mag in and just hit it with my thumb. I don't have to pop the mag in, then bring my hand to the top of the gun to rack it. It's slower.
Yeah, it's definitely faster to use the button.
It's more consistent to rack the slide.
Most of my guns, if you hit the magazine in hard enough, it just automatically closes.
That will happen on a lot of guns,
which is nice.
Yeah, Smith & Wesson MMPs all the way up to version 2, the 2.0s. Dude, it's like a feature.
It's nice unless I've had some guns where it doesn't happen consistently. So sometimes you're like, I just ejected a live round, and then sometimes you're like, and it's just not happening.
Yeah, for me, it's consistency, manual of arms, I rack the slide. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. So, but you know what? Hey, if you've got a question, go to welikeshooting.com/DearWLS. Submit it. We've got a bunch more questions. Go ahead. Submit them. We need them. We'll talk about them. Doesn't matter.
So trigger or bang switch?
Trigger. Because bang switch is stupid.
Okay, trigger or booger hook?
You mean finger or booger hook?
No, trigger. Do you call it a trigger or do you call it a booger hook?
I call it a trigger, and I use my booger hook to actuate it.
No, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just trying to think of alternative facts
You're
or
drunk.
terms.
welikeshooting.com/DearWLS.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk. I'll blow right now. The breathalyzer, that is.
Oh, it's on the wall over
I
there.
was like, what?
What? Okay, guys.
Got VSLs now.
Bowers Group. Yeah.
They're awesome.
Okay.
we shot the 458s recently.
We did shoot the Verse 458.
Or the 450 Bushmaster and the 458 with the, yeah.
And the cool thing is, both of them hearing safe and doesn't even make you clinch when you shoot them.
Yeah.
And we were using no hearing pro.
Yeah, my butt didn't clench at all.
No, you know how like when you shoot and it's like supposed to, and you shoot a suppressor and you're just like, "Eh," and then you're like,
Yeah.
"Eh," and you're all mop.
Yeah, I should know because that it was that same day, right?
He shot the 458 with his hearing pro up on his
Wait,
head.
was it the 458 or
I don't
No,
remember.
it was the 22 TCM? I think
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what it was.
because I was so focused on getting hit with glass.
Yeah, and
I
then
was so nervous that I didn't even think to put my ear pro on.
And then-
so I took glass to the nipples and had ringing ears. It was horrible.
at one point, I was still laughing about us getting like bleeding everywhere from all the glass shards, and I just hear him from behind me go mop, and I broke down. It was amazing. But yeah, the Bowers Group, the 458 and 450 Bushmaster, both of them hearing safe with that suppressor, which that's freaking huge, man.
Yeah,
Dude, soon. Like, so August is when I filed my paperwork.
So only another 6 months or so, and it'll be fine.
I think I'm hitting. Well, you know what? The government shutdown though kind of screwed
did.
it.
yeah,
It
that
did.
sucked.
But you can go check them out. They've also got the Biddy. Let's take out the Biddy tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. So we'll do that. And what?
I have that lever action 22. I should get that threaded and we could put a pity on it.
Yeah.
It'd be so awesome.
I don't know why you haven't. But you can check them all. BowersGroup.com. Coupon code is WLS. Or maybe it's even WLB. Try both of them and see what happens. WLB, we like Bowers.
Ooh.
And it'll save you $15 off your order. So go check them out. Bowers Group. We love them, and we think you will too. I want to hear your
Wait.
opinions.
Is it we like Bowers or we like Brittany?
Who's Brittany?
I don't know.
Leave Brittany alone.
Leave Brittany.
Leave Brittany alone. Hey, guys. Guess what time it is?
It is
Not
time
guns,
to get
ill.
not gear, just a gang. Hashtag not guns.
Just kidding. Don't give a f***.
Game time? Party time.
It's time for Not Guns. Aaron,
Time to get a watch.
what's the topic tonight?
Tonight's topic is name a domesticated animal that would actually be horrible that if it had wings and could fly.
A domesticated animal. So we're talking like cats, dogs.
Yes.
Koi. You got like the koi in the tank. It's like 15 years old. It's been through like 2 owners. It's worth a bunch of money. It's huge. It's beautiful. And then one day it just like flaps its wings and flies out and lands on the floor and dies.
Well, wouldn't it flap its wings and fly back into the tank?
Not if it's suffocating.
I think a cat.
Yeah, a cat. They're already
Yeah.
Imagine how much worse
Dude,
they'd be with
yeah,
wings.
a weaponized flying cat.
Like a griffin.
Dude,
Like a little mini griffin.
that.
Like if you have long hair and it starts flying and the cat's like, what?
Yeah.
It fucking starts attacking hair everywhere.
I already can't walk by my girlfriend's within 5 feet of my girlfriend's cat without it hissing at me or trying to bite me.
Well, yeah.
they
That's
sense
yeah.
evil.
everybody. Through the living room and the cat flies off of the ceiling fan and attacks your head.
Yeah, that. I think a cat would be the worst just because they're such.
Yes.
They're also so sweet sometimes. But
Yeah.
generally,
That's only because they want something. Cats are actively plotting your demise.
I agree with that. They're just waiting.
was about to become a barn cat, too.
See, that's why I like cats, is the fact that they're so deviant.
Yeah,
So they remind you of yourself.
exactly.
It kind of, yeah. But yeah, cats would be everywhere.
I was going to say a parrot.
What?
Okay.
They have
You can
wings.
say a parrot.
So like double wings?
No, I was thinking the same
like a
thing.
biplane parrot?
No, because they just suck as pets.
Yeah.
Wow, and they everywhere. And they already have wings, and it's already got annoying.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. But for me, I guess cats. Aaron, what about you?
I was thinking like a cow.
That's
When cows fly?
That's not a domesticated pet.
Cows are domesticated.
Oh, it says animal.
I had a pet cow.
Yeah, and it said animal, not pet. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The last time I
I
did,
mean, a horse would be sweet. Then we got Pegasus.
that would be amazing, and I would go out.
Cows?
That would
Oh,
be
go
cool.
ahead, I'm sorry.
I would fight Calabas.
Although, have you ever been on by a bird? Can you imagine walking down a sidewalk and having a horse on you?
Did I ever
Right,
tell
or
you?
a cow.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time that I got hit by elephant? Okay, it's a worthy story. So we took the kids to the zoo for it was a boo at the zoo. Not a boo at the zoo. It was just we were at the zoo at night for like a special event or something. And we go into the elephant enclosure, and I'm wearing a suede jacket because I'm cool as and that's what you wear when you're cool as is a suede leather jacket.
Right.
I turn my back and I'm laughing with the brother and sister-in-law and the kids and everyone. And suddenly I just get hit in the back of the head, and it feels like, dude, I felt like I got hit by a car. So I go up against the wall and I turn around, and there's like a 16-year-old zookeeper, and she's like, "You should leave. Once they pick a target, they're ruthless." And it's at that point that I realized that elephant picked up with its trunk and flung it at me as hard as it could, like almost knocked me out. So it's winter here in Colorado, and we were at the zoo, and the only thing they have to wash all of the wet, disgusting elephant off of us is a spigot outside. So here I have my 4 children. Everyone that was with us is covered in just disgusting elephant. It ruined my suede jacket, so don't even get me started on that. And we're washing off outside in like 40-degree weather in an ice-cold spigot because that elephant decided that he hated me.
Nice. Once they pick a target,
So
they're
fucking,
ruthless.
yeah, so Dumbo is the worst domesticated animal that could have wings and fly.
So Sean walked out of his house one night, and there was just an elephant standing there in the dark with a kitchen knife in its trunk.
Right. Like elephants, by the way. I've hated elephants ever since. Every time I see one of those poachers posing with an elephant, I'm like, yeah, you, Dumbo.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, I was driving one day, and I was coming back from Cub Scout camp, and my windshield nearly exploded. Right, it just went completely black. Goose flew over and took his shoe while I was driving. Seriously, the whole windshield just went black, and I was like, "Did I just die?" Yeah, it was the craziest thing. And then your windshield wipers are going back and forth and just pushing it,
Spearing it.
Yeah, it was like that scene from the Blues Brothers when their engine blows and there's just all over their windshield. That's what a goose is when it hits your window. It was. I'm impressed, man. I wasn't even mad. I was like, holy.
Michael H.
Literally.
on YouTube said iguana. I can agree with that.
That'd be pretty dope.
No, how about a gecko? They're
Iguanas are pretty cool, man.
dude. No, have you seen their
Yeah.
claws?
I had a pet iguana.
Yeah,
It was like the sweetest animal. That thing was great. It'd like chill out on your arm, and you could like pet it, and it would close its eyes and like lean into it and stuff.
yeah. I try to stay away from
cool.
dragons.
No, that thing was awesome.
My 5th grade elementary school teacher had like a 6-foot iguana in the classroom. He was like that teacher.
Yeah,
Where there were like snakes and tarantulas and a big ass iguana, and like part of our if you were good, you got to like feed it dead mice and
nice.
Wait, but they're
Oh, what about
but they're
rats?
herbivores.
those are called pigeons.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. Actually, yeah, good point.
You shouldn't feed
the
iguanas.
snakes. The snakes got
Oh,
fed
the snakes. Okay.
mice. The iguana got fed like heads of lettuce and tomatoes. And
Oh,
Yeah,
holy!
that's shit.
I just saw Vic says on YouTube said snakes. Can you imagine if
Yeah, flying
poisonous,
snakes would be
venomous snakes are flying around with wings and
You walk out of the house and you just hear. As the rattlesnake comes swooping down towards you.
piranha? Says Chris A.
Scorpions.
Dude,
thankfully none of those are
They're basically
domesticated.
spiders with huge ass tails. Poisonous
Ooh.
tails.
I went into one of the pet shops, the Scales and Tails over by Big R. Have you been in there?
Been there, yeah.
They've got like 4-foot caimans in there now.
That
Yeah, you can go in there.
Flying
And you,
alligators. Holy
yeah,
shit.
Nick,
they're
I swear
like
to
little
God,
crocodiles.
if I walk into the house and there's an alligator in the bathtub, I'm shooting everybody.
No, that I don't want that. But They didn't have a price up, and I was really tempted to ask, but I didn't, because the last time I was in there, they had little like 12-inch Caymans, and those were like $2,500.
Oh,
So I can only imagine what like a 4-foot one would. Oh man, that would be pretty cool though, to like go to the dog park with your Cayman.
And then come home and be sued civilly.
Call it Fido and throw a ball for it.
Oh, God. Okay, guys. Next up, we're going to talk about rubber dummies. You know, one of the reasons I'm really excited about tomorrow, Nick?
Because we get to shoot rubber dummies.
Yes, we do. And why?
But not just shoot rubber dummies. Like, we also get to talk to them. Caress them, be friends with them, like, develop our relationships with them.
Alternate.
And when you and camera guy Steve are shunning me like you do when we're not on film.
Yeah, we don't like you.
I have a real connection with those dummies, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, when I shoot a rubber dummy, I pretend that it's you.
They're good listeners, man.
Okay, we're just going to let that slide. Okay, that's cool.
it's like you guys are both having different conversations. I'm just watching.
It was exactly like that. But rubber dummies, amazing targets. They actually have the deeper ones, so you can do side profile stuff. They've got the regular ones. And now they've got new stands where you can just replace the 2x4s really super easy. And I love all of them. Rubberdummies.com, coupon code WLS gets you 10% off. And look, if you don't have one, go check them out. I think you'll really appreciate them. It is time for industry news. Aaron, what? I'm looking at these headlines. I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, I like to put a little spin on them. Hey, Russians, they know what's up, man.
God, dude, you're a cat person, aren't you?
I love my cats. Yeah.
You're
so
fine.
Russian, they got all their like tier 1 operators to do a
Spetsnaz
calendar. Yeah, they did a calendar. They're all kitted up, so you can't really see their faces, but what you can see are the cats that they're holding. Cute, cuddly, beautiful cats.
They are cute.
I think it is just the best idea.
That's
ever.
pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
You did a photo shoot kind of like that, didn't you, Sean?
No.
A long time ago?
No.
Oh, I thought you had like a photo that you took of a buddy that was like holding a cat, but he was all kitted out.
No, dude. Do I look like I hang out on K?
I mean, yeah, but
Special K.
I think this is actually pretty cute. And I'm just sitting here wondering which one is the more vicious killer.
Right? You ever hear the statistics of like one cat can kill like 800,000 birds in a 1 square mile in a year?
Dude, what?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like cats can wipe out an entire bird population. That's why you have to like not let your cats run free.
Amazing. All right, next story.
Taurus. We all love our Tauruses, right?
No.
Oh, well, then them bringing a concealed hammer model of their 856 ultralight revolver line doesn't impress you.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a huge, I think one of the things I really love about revolvers is the hammer. It's just so cool, and the, cylinder turns a little bit and you're like, I'm going to waste you. So
Whoa.
I like that. Well,
damn,
yeah, I know.
dude.
Weird flex, right?
No,
So now,
it was a strange bend. That's all right.
So not only is the ultralight hammerless now, or not hammerless, hidden hammer, they also
It looks
come
like
in
it's just a bob
variety
hammer.
of different colors. Did
Yeah,
you see that?
it just doesn't have a bob on it.
or no, it is bobbed. It doesn't.
Or
Have
it
a,
is bobbed, sorry,
It
yeah.
doesn't have a spur.
So many weird terms.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a bobbed hammer.
Did you guys see all the colors they come in? You got teal, you got pink, you have like fire engine red, and some sort of desert tan, and of course traditional black.
That's weird. Remember when that one company came out with a bunch of different colored guns? Oh,
What was that?
It was Taurus.
Was it Taurus?
It was Taurus.
Yeah,
Spectrum, as in, never mind.
Does anyone have any experience with the 856 line?
No, I do not like Tauruses generally as a rule.
And why is that? Listen, and I only ask because I hear Taurus get on all the time. I don't own a Taurus, so I've never shot a Taurus.
I mean, I've shot them. I've also seen them fail. Then again, I've seen other guns fail. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a
They're
snob.
better. They're a lot better than they used to be, but they still have a lot of quality control issues.
Yeah. I would shoot one of these. Like, would I shoot one? Yeah, I would definitely shoot one. And honestly, the price is $363 to $415. Let me ask you this: are these 38 only, or can I shoot 357? Nope, 38 special only. That pisses me off.
Why?
I just don't want a revolver. I want a revolver that I can shoot 357 and 38. I don't want a revolver that I can only shoot 38. I actually own a revolver that I can only shoot 38, and it pisses me off every time I shoot it.
I mean, if you're talking about a larger gun, I think it makes sense. In a smaller gun like that, you get a shorter cylinder, you get less weight.
Yeah, but my wrist.
Plus, with a 2-inch barrel, you're not going to see any real velocity benefits.
I want to see the tip of the bullet extending out the front of the barrel.
I don't think it'll cycle.
Well, then you have a really big problem, and that's called a squib.
All right, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I would shoot one of these.
Well, speaking of squibs,
I mean, I'll shoot most anything. I'm not going to buy one.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually. Speaking of squibs.
So High Point's warranty center received one of their guns back, saying it doesn't seem to be firing very well.
No, he said, yeah, it's got accuracy issues.
So when they go to check it out, this guy has 35 bullets stuck in the barrel.
Yeah.
Like he had a squib and he shot 34 other times.
It's just solid. It's got 35 bullets stuck in the barrel in a row.
I got to say, this is probably the world's best barrel ever.
Dude, how this guy isn't dead, I will never know.
Wow. Look at the pictures, which you can find on the show notes when they're posted. It's like a solid piece of steel cut in half.
Yeah, well, I mean, steel and then filled with lead. It was like, wow.
He had to be shooting some real downcharge loads.
You would think, right? Because that pressure is just going to destroy that. And the more material that goes in there, like that pressure is going to increase on that part by the breach.
Yeah. These are all 9mm loads.
Yeah. It's one of their carbines.
And the barrel doesn't look like it buckled at all.
It doesn't look to be flexed. It doesn't look bulged at all.
So somebody pointed out on our Patreon page that because that is a blowback action, it might actually help prevent
catastrophic failure.
the thing blowing up, because that bolt is opening almost immediately,
Releasing all that pressure.
right? Versus a locked system where it just won't open at all.
And it's almost to the point where I wonder if the rounds wouldn't even chamber anymore towards the end, because there's so much material in there.
Literally towards the end.
Yeah. So, congratulations, High Point. Well done, sirs.
Well, wait, he had to change magazines.
Yeah,
That's the crazy thing.
Man, I just can't hit anything with this.
Oh my, yeah, that's free dog, man. Unreal. All right. Guys, Nora Arms. How cool are they? They're going to be at NRAAM this year. Woohoo! They make some great skeletonized pistol grips, but guess what? Guess what, guys? This is the big news.
Tell me, I want to hear it.
They've made a pistol from the ground up called the Nora Arms N1, 9mm pistol.
It's called the Not a P365. But even though it looks exactly like a P365.
It's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But look, it's got a red trigger. Does the P65 come with a red trigger?
No, I don't think so.
There you go.
But I have a red Sharpie.
And this is Naro, Naroh. And when I saw this, I was like, why the f*** do we care about this company that makes skeletonized AR grips coming to NRA? And then this pistol, I mean, it looks like a 365.
But probably a lot less expensive.
Yeah, no real details on it, but we'll definitely stop by and check it out. I'm interested. They had my interest. Now they've got my attention.
You know what's interesting, though, is like they said they built this from the ground up, right?
Yes.
And it's basically a clone of another gun.
Maybe. I don't know. How many 7-round capacity? Never mind. Don't care.
Oh, yeah, because isn't this 365 like 17 rounds? 120 rounds?
10 plus 1 or 12 plus 1?
12, yeah, the 12 plus 1 I was thinking. So 7? I don't understand it. Why can't people get that right? Why can't people get more ammo in their guns?
Well, because they're competing with the Glock 43 pretty much. That's why the Mossberg MC1 SC exists. They're competing with the Glock. Yeah.
They're trying to make it skinny so that it's easier to carry.
Yeah, but the 365 is pretty skinny.
Dude, it's fucking tiny.
The 365 is an outlier, though.
Yeah. I mean, Sig's here living in 3019. All these other are just struggling to live in 2019.
One thing I'm interested in on the Sig that I don't think we've compared yet is just the thickness of the polymer in the grip. I suspect it's thinner, like a lot thinner, and I wonder if that'll affect the potential longevity of it.
Could be. Makes sense.
Wrap some duct tape on it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but I mean, most people aren't going to put 10,000 rounds through their gun, let alone 40.
This is very true.
All right. Listen here, guys. Hudson Manufacturing.
Gonzo.
Yep. Declaring bankruptcy, Chapter 7.
You think it's because they spent so much money on their original intro?
Probably. Well, so here's the thing is, look, sometimes it just doesn't work out. They have less than $50,000 in assets as a company, but they owe between $9 and $50 million. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what the actual were they doing? And when you go look at their Facebook page, it's littered with people who sent their guns in for repair and haven't heard back in months and months and months and months. And now with them liquidating all their assets to pay off their debtors for Chapter 7, like, they're not going to get anything back. And I think that's really. We were debating before the show, like, are they going to send guns back to people not fixed? And I say probably no. I say the people who sent their guns in for repair, they're just gone. That's $1,000 worth of air that you don't own anymore. Nick, you disagreed
With what? I was talking about turtles.
Hudson.
I disagreed with what on Hudson?
That they're not going to send stuff back.
Oh, I didn't disagree. I just assumed, like, if I sent a gun in for repair and the company went under, I would certainly want it back, even if they hadn't done anything.
And I'm just sitting here like, okay, they're literally declaring bankruptcy. They can't operate day to day. They have no money. They have less than $50,000.
See, the solution here is for them to be like, hey, we will send your gun back, but you have to pay for the label. And if I had to pay $30 for them to put a label on a box and send my gun back, then I'd do it.
And I was just thinking, I was like, what if they have $500 back for repair and the label's going to be about $30? Mm-hmm. Oops. Wow, I don't know what kind of math I just did. What the is happening?
You hit divide.
500 times right there. 500 times 30. So that's 15 grand. Mm-hmm. They don't even. Yeah, there's just no way. And then
I'm just saying, as the consumer, if the company came to me and was like, "Hey, we have absolutely no money, but we will send your gun back if you pay for the label," like, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah,
but I'd do it because I would rather pay $30 and get my gun back.
Yeah,
even if it was still broken. Smart. Than lose everything, whatever it is, the $1,200 gun altogether.
Because someone's going to machine some extractors for these, because that's the problem that people are having. Someone's going to do it, and they're going to make a little bit of money, not a ton.
If someone was smart, they would, or if Hudson was smart, they would charge everyone $500 to ship the gun back to them, and boom, now they have capital again.
Yeah, so that would be $500 times 500 guns, $250,000. Boom, best plan ever, Aaron.
That's why I'm the marketing genius here.
But yeah, it kind of pisses me off, man. It remains to be seen. I don't want to crucify him yet, but honestly, if they don't send people back their property.
But you made a really good point. If they do send it back and it's not repaired, they suddenly become liable for any injuries that could happen.
Maybe.
Well, it's true, though.
Is it? I mean, the guns just don't work. It's not like they're dangerous. They just break. So, I don't know. I got to say.
I've only shot the Hudson on range day. And,
Same.
I didn't realize they were having so many they were experiencing so many issues with their firearms.
Yeah.
It's the rush to production and failing, apparently, huh?
Yeah. Jeremy, what do you think?
I think they should have. I don't know how you that badly or get that badly.
Yeah, I agree. It seems pretty bad.
So the guy was like $1 million in debt.
And still better off than Hudson.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not at 50.
Yeah, not 50.
There's a big jump between 50 and 2.
So I heard that they had like an indoor range that was rated up to 50 BMG, even though they make 9mm guns. And it seems like there was a lot of wasted spending going on. So I don't know, man. Like, we talked to Cy and Lauren multiple times on multiple shows on the network, and I always really liked them. And I like to think that they're good people. But yeah, if they don't send people their guns back, at least at the very minimum, I don't think they're good people. If they do, like, look, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like, I get that. As long as people don't get out of their property, we're flipping that the government wants to take our bump stocks without remuneration. So it's I kind of look at it the same way.
Yeah, remember when Savage lent that guy his high point and he never got it back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, in the same vein, someone in the Patreon group asked if you could buy a Hudson today for $600, would you do it?
I almost did yesterday. I was
Really?
like, yeah, I almost did. I was like,
I mean, I honestly, if I had $600 to spend on a firearm, I'd buy a Hudson. They're nice looking guns.
wait, where can you buy them for $600? Maybe I'll do it right now on the air.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the design looked really cool. It was just it was a nice looking gun.
Yeah,
I mean, trigger, I didn't really. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. It was. You're like, okay, cool. Not worth what you're charging. I don't care. Like, it's for what it was. It wasn't like this mind blowing like thing. It was like, oh, okay. So you have a 1911 that's not a 1911, but I already have a 1911. So
yeah, but people charge like $25,000 for certain 1911s. You know, I mean,
yeah, because they're
arms.
collector's issues.
So I'll tell
Go ahead.
No, you're right there because they're collectors.
Well, at this point, all Hudson 9s are collectibles.
I will say this: $599 is what this gun should have cost in the first place.
Yeah.
Did you find one?
Well, I found it. It says $599, but when you actually click on it, it goes to $799, and I'm not spending $800 on it.
How does? Where's that extra $200? That click for it's really expensive.
Look, right, Nick? I'm going to show Nick so he can literally see. Hudson Manufacturing H9 9mm 4.29 inch 15 round black $599. Right?
It does say $599.
Boom. Click it. $799.
Yeah, that's odd.
You grab a gun.
But you can get it as low as $51 for 18 months.
Should I apply for their credit?
No.
Wait, gun
Yes,
layaway.
But use someone else's credit.
Provide 30% down payment and $30 order setup fee, and make final payment within 90 days. Should I put Hudson on layaway?
No.
All right, I won't.
I mean, layaway is one thing.
Wait,
Buying it on credit is like financing it. That's
no, there's no credit. It's $30 fee for the layaway.
Buds has it for $800 too.
Palmetto State Armory has it for $899.
Let's see. That's the steel framed one, right? Not the aluminum.
Oh, maybe.
The H9 isn't the.
It's the H9
something else.
H9A is aluminum.
Okay.
These are all steel.
Yeah,
the H9A
I would want
doesn't
the steel
exist.
framed one.
Yeah. I didn't really care about the H9. Whoa.
Yeah, the
What was
H9A
that?
did not shoot as nicely.
Grab a Gun was trying to chat with me.
Oh, what'd they have to say?
They just said chat with us.
Yeah, you should talk to them and
No.
be like, "Hey,
Hey, why does the price
why'd you
change?
jack up the price by $200 between this click and that click?" Oh wait, man, I'm all over that.
Okay, hold on.
So I have good news, guys. I did find an American alligator hatchling, $150. It is a hatchling, but according to this, they can grow up to 14 feet. So I'm getting a gator.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
What are
going
you
to be
gonna
awesome.
name it?
Ben.
What?
So
I'm
Sean,
going to name it
so
Ben,
Sean- so
like short
Sean-
for Benjamin.
Sean's going to kick Nick out of the house.
Yeah, literally
That's what I'm hearing.
tonight.
That's fine. I'm going to be the only homeless guy in Colorado Springs with a 14-foot gator.
All
It'll be
right.
great until winter comes.
So
It'll be fine. He'll just hibernate.
I sent Grab a Gun. I said when I search for the Hudson, the price says $599, but when I click it, it says $799. They said, regrettably, we recently ran out of inventory available at the lower price on our website in the process of updating price on the product page, and the card is correct. What should I say?
Well, no, you should say, "Look, it said $5.99. I'm paying $5.99 because you can't. It's a bait and switch, is what they're doing with you,
I'm going to say this is.
right? Because this is a bait and switch. Say that, which is illegal.
Hopefully this is a robot because this poor person.
I said this is bait and switch.
Nice.
Anyway, I don't really care. I'm just being a jerk.
No,
See, that's how you get the deal.
Wait for them to respond so that you can be like, I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm just messing with you. Please have a good day.
Go subscribe to We Like Shooting at WeLikeShooting.com/show.
You should totally do that. Send him a link to the show.
I don't think anyone cares.
Wait, it's Patrick. Do you think that's
Patrick Roberts.
Yeah, Patrick Roberts. I hope
That's
so.
the only job he has now.
I know. I was thinking so too, but I did put my name, so he would probably recognize it. Okay. Anyway, let's start wrapping this thing up while I wait for their response. Love WLS is the place that you can go. It's where everybody knows your name. And there's 4 things that you can do there. You can find our advertisers, their coupon codes, links to their websites, and all that fantastic stuff. It's all there. I promise. If
You can
you're-
give water to puppies.
You give water to puppies. So there's 5 things you can do there. You can
Virtual puppies.
Become a Patreon. Get access to our Patreon only Facebook group. Get all kinds of other awesome benefits there. become a rooftopper. And actually, on Patreon, if you think the show's worth a couple bucks, one of the best things you get a link to download the unedited, unbleeped show every week.
I thought you were going to say a sense of satisfaction.
No, you can hear Jeremy say as much as you possibly can handle and more. I'm sorry, editor. That's just... Okay. Are we done? You can become a rooftopper, share links. It's totally free. And when you earn enough points, and you get points when people click on your link. So let me just give you an example. You sign up, you get your link, and then you go share it in your Smith & Wesson group that you're a part of, or a forum that you go to, and you say, hey, check out this show. It's one of the ones I like. Or you put it in your email signature or something like that. And every time someone clicks it, you get points. And the points turn into stickers and patches and shirts and all kinds of other stuff as well. And last but not least, you can find We Like Shooting swag, like this shirt I'm wearing, like this hoodie that Nick's wearing, like this hat that I'm wearing. Mm-hmm. All that stuff, it's available. LoveWLS.com. Join a gun-related advocacy groups such as the Second Amendment Foundation, Gun Owners of America, Firearms Policy Coalition, the National Rifle Association, and donate to the NRA ILA. And don't forget, there's 3 parts to fighting for the Second Amendment. Oh, I was like, what does that say? There's 3 parts for fighting for the Second Amendment in the United States, and that's activism and advocacy, lobbying, and when all those things fail, litigation. Don't forget, the biggest lobbying arm is the NRA, and that's why they're still important. I know that a lot of people don't like them. I don't like a whole lot of things they're doing. I'm going to vote for Adam Kraut when I go to the NRA. Oh, no, I already did, actually. But if you're going to the NRA annual meetings and you're a member, you can vote for Adam Kraut. I think that's a good idea. But I give money to all of them because I think that they're all doing good work, and I think they're all important. We always give out the suicide prevention line. The number is 1-800-273-8255, or you can text 741-741, and 1-800-273-TALK is the number as well. And I think that's about it, guys. Grab a gun. They never replied. They mad. I'm sorry.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Grab a gun.
Poor Patrick.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Was it the Hudson Manufacturing black one that they were offering that you clicked on?
They only make black.
All right, so now on the website it's $7.99.
On the menu or on the?
Yeah, on the menu.
Literally, like it was 2 minutes from the time I searched it. No, it still says $5.99.
Maybe
Wait,
on yours,
refresh.
but on mine it says $7.99.
Refresh the page because you just went back.
Sorry, yeah.
Sometimes
right.
it'll go to like a cached version, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Still says
$5.99.
Let me force refresh control function at 5. Still $5.99.
Nope.
Send me that link. Put the link in chat.
It was a bait and switch. Now I'm mad all over again. Patrick. Guys, we're here live every week on Monday and Wednesday, but we're on demand every day. Go to WeLikeShooting.com/show to subscribe. And as we always say, guys, thanks for listening. Get some medical training and
Moo Gai Pan.
What is that?
It's a Chinese dish where it's got like rice and they set it on, it like sizzles when you put it in there. It's like,
That sounds delicious.
it is delicious.
I love Chinese and Japanese and Thai and pho. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it all.
All right, now they have the Hudson in there for $1,000. I don't know what's going on.
No, that's a different one.
Yeah,
there are 2 of them.
That's 2 10-round magazines.
Okay, now I see it. I see it. $5.99. I'm going to add it to the cart. And my subtotal, what?
He never replied still.
Oh, I'm all over this one, man.
Somehow Aaron's going to buy a gun for $5.99 that he doesn't have.
But you're gonna buy it, but
I was
you're gonna lend me the money.
I was bluffing.
I changed my mind on the American alligator. I looked it up. Their lifespan in captivity is like 50 years. I don't want that.
Did you think that show was worth $1? Help the cast by visiting lovewls.com.